Okay, so check this out. So, as you guys know, I've been going through each of those different schools and trying to play with the mechanics of each school from Strixhaven. So, we've gotten to the end. We're at Witherbloom now, and Witherbloom's mechanic is Infusion. Now, the way they kind of want us to build this deck is they want us to lean into like the Pest's mechanic and like just generate a bunch of tokens, gain some incidental life gain every turn to trigger Infusion. So, I tried a few different builds of this deck, and this is the one I ended up on. This one actually ended up feeling really good to play. So it is a kind of mid-range, pretty heavy on the removal style deck, mostly because in today's standard, you need to be heavy on removal if you are playing a slower strategy. And this deck is no different. So I'm going to run you through this real quick, show you what I'm talking about. So the core strategy of this deck is to play little dudes that do fun things. Badgermole, Deep-Cavern Bat, Virulent Emissary, Moseo, Blech, and you have Professor, Liliana up at the top end. So these are kind of like the little dudes that we're playing throughout the course of the game. We start with Virulent Emissary. It's a death touch, 1/1. He gives us life whenever more creatures come into play. So that can help us trigger Infusion. Deep-Cavern Bat has lifelink, can help us trigger Infusion. Badgermole Cub is just really, really good in this deck. And more than just really good because it's a green deck, but good because you can cycle the lands that this guy animates. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Moseo, Vane's Nudine, really good reanimation card, and a pretty decent card all around. It's a 2/1 flyer. It makes a 1/1 pest when it comes in, and its infusion is you bring something back from the graveyard with mana cost equal to or lesser than the amount of life that you've gained this turn. So if you gain 2 life this turn, go get a Badgermole back or go get a Deep-Cavern Bat back. It's a pretty decent card. But the card that really ties the room together with this deck is Cauldron of Essence. 1 colorless, 1 black, 1 green artifact. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Then you can pay 1 black, green, and tap and sacrifice a creature to return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. So, what this wants to do is just play a handful of little dorks that do good stuff and then just kind of cycle them in and out of your graveyard with the Cauldron of Essence. And a really good target for that is the Badgermole Cub itself, because a lot of the time you're going to play a Badgermole and it's going to instantly get bolted or Requiting Hexed or eroded. It's going to get destroyed on sight. That's how strong of a card Badgermole Cub is. But here's the thing. The land that got earthbended is still around. So you can sacrifice the earthbended land to the Cauldron of Essence to get the Badgermole Cub back from the graveyard. And the Badgermole Cub comes in and reanimates the land that you just sacrificed to get the Badgermole back through the Cauldron of Essence. So you lose nothing in this exchange. Your opponents run out of removal because you keep bringing the Badgermole back. You keep reanimating the sacrifice target, the land, and you just kind of grind them out of removal. And another good synergy with this deck is Deep-Cavern Bat with Blech. So Deep-Cavern Bat on its own, not that great. And so 1/1, you get a little bit of hand disruption, which is great. But with Blech, every time you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on each pest, bat, insect, snake, and spider you control. So every time you gain life, Blech gets bigger and Deep-Cavern Bat gets bigger. And also any pest tokens that you might be and bring it in through Moseo. So this is not a critical mass pest deck. It's just playing a few key creatures to whittle the opponent's life down in the early game, and then you whittle the rest of the life away with the Cauldron of Essence. Now, our removal suite is actually pretty sweet. We have 3 Requiting Hexes, we have 3 Bitter Triumph, we have 2 Strategic Betrayal, we have Maelstrom Pulse, really fun card. Love this card. Glad to see it back in standard. And we're also running a couple of Planeswalkers in the form of Professor Dellian Fel and Liliana Dreadhorde General, or as Strixhaven knows her, Professor Onyx. So that is the deck. It's been doing pretty sweet for me today so far, but I'll play a few games for you so you can see for yourself how this deck kind of operates. So let's get out there and play some games. Okay, so opponent goes first. We have a Deathcap Glade, Swamp Forest, 2 Deep-Cavern Bats, a Bitter Triumph, and a Cauldron of Essence. Pretty sweet open, so let's see what happens. Really good thing I've noticed with this deck is it really does not require you to draw a whole lot of lands, because the Badgermole Cubs really ramp you very effectively. It's like I've finished mini games with 3 to 4 lands in play. Okay, there we go, Starting Town. So we got Stomping Ground and Starting Town. So far they're showing me that they are playing Gruul at the very least. So let's see what's in their hand. Okay, Inevitable Defeat, Flow State, and Quandrix the Proof. Let's see here. So they're going to get to Inevitable Defeat later. I'm going to take the Flow State now, because I can use the Deep-Cavern Bat next turn to take the removal spell. Okay, they drop a Thundering Falls to Surveil. Well, they must have liked what they saw there. So let's go here, Deep-Cavern Bat, take the removal spell, so Inevitable Defeat is gone. Then we attack for 1. And then once they finally get to the mana to cast Quandrix, I can just kill it with Bitter Triumph. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's go here, and we'll go Badgermole. Do you have a response? No more lies, huh? Okay, no problem. That is gone. And then I'll just swing in for 2. Pop, pop. End turn. Ancient Cornucopia. Okay. That would be a pretty cool card to put in this deck, if I can make the space for it. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to go with... Let's see. They're going to be able to cast Quandrix next turn. So I just want to play the Virulent Emissary right now. Swing for 2. Okay, comes in and it cascades. Yeah, resolve. You gain some life. Resolve. Quandrix. Ooh, it gets a lightning helix, huh? Okay. Okay, resolve. That's gone. Okay, Quandrix comes in, and I will kill it. I will pay 3 life. And off it goes. Okay, so we're going to go, we'll play the Blooming Marsh. And then we'll go ahead and attack, like so. And let's see here. Play the Cauldron of Essence or the Moseo of Nain's New Dean. So if I play the Cauldron, he's very likely to just eliminate it immediately. So I'm going to play Moseo instead. Gain another life. And we're going to go end of turn and get the Deep-Cavern Bat back. And then take... Ooh, Lightning Helix too. We'll take the Inevitable Defeat and force him to cast the Lightning Helix. Okay, he's down to 1 card in his hand. Okay, that's gone. And now he's going to have to use that on Moseo. If he wants to. He does have access to any color mana. Looks like he chose not to, though. It is instant, though. Okay, he's just going to do it right now. Okay, it's gone. Congratulations. All right, Deathcap Glade, Liliana. All right, let's go +1, make a Zombo, gain a life, swing in, gain another life, and now we just chill. I wonder if we can get an ultimate off Liliana this game, because our opponent is playing very slow. Got anything interesting in there? No, I guess not. All right, well, let's go ahead and make another. Gain a life.
Time to wake up and smell the decay.
Cauldron. Let's see if they have an answer for Cauldron. Jeskai Revelation, huh? Okay, that's cute. Okay, so it's back. Let's see here. I believe I gained 1 life already, so if we just play Moseo, we're going to gain some more life. And then we can just get it back at end of turn. So let's go ahead and attack with that and that. Okay, block there. Do you have a 1-mana spell to cast? All right, get another life from you. Get that Deep-Cavern Bat back. Get another life. Well, Foster stock up. Well, I guess we'll take the stock up. What's in my graveyard right now? Another Deep-Cavern Bat. We're getting a lot of use out of our Deep-Cavern Bats. If he attacks me with that monk, I'm just going to take the damage. There's no reason not to. Sleight of hand, huh? Okay. Shimmer Wild's Growth. I don't even know what that does. As this aura enters, choose a color. Enchanted land is the chosen color. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 additional mana. Oh, okay. Lessons from Life? What the hell is that? Draw 3 cards and we put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Oh, okay. That's cute. He's drawing plenty of cards over there. And he's gaining a lot of life, too. Yeah. Takes 5. No big deal. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's swing on in. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get Liliana. Go. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures or create a zombie. I think we'll just make a zombie. Infusion. Get the bat back. Gain another life. Take your Lightning Helix. And pass the turn. Where are your board wipes, good sir? This is the most action I've gotten out of Liliana in this deck so far. I'm just making zombies. You can play another cornucopia if you want to. This deck could very easily play some like converge cards because this is like a 5-color control deck over here. You hate to see the opponent just nope out of a game, but a win's a win. Okay, we get to go first. We got 3 lands, a Hex, a Blech, Cauldron, and Maelstrom Pulse. I'll keep it. Let's see. Let's open with the Blooming Marsh. Okay, they open with a Swamp and Duress. Okay, take your pick. you should take the Cauldron of Essence. There you go. Okay, Blooming Marsh number 2. Play a Soulstone Sanctuary. All right, let's go Overgrown Tomb and play another Cauldron of Essence. Unholy Annex, huh? Let's go Forest. And let's see here. Do we go Moseo or Blech? I think we go Moseo. Nowhere to run. Okay. Okay. Good choice. Ooh, and a Strategic Betrayal. Smart play. All right. Show me what you got. Ancient Vendetta and Strategic Betrayal. Well, give me the Vendetta. This guy's trying for the lobotomy plan. Anything? No? Why aren't you animating your soulstone? That's what I'd be doing. Pay 2 life. Blech. The end, huh? Okay. Sure. He's gone. No issues with that. The end is a very cool removal spell. I'm a big fan of the lobotomy plan. All right. He unlocked it. A Badgermole. Let's get the Overgrown Tomb back out here. Cancel. From the 8. Fear.core. Now we're talking. Okay. All right, intercept. You lose 3 life. But you do gain 2 life back from me, though. Excellent. Just get rid of that. All right. What are you saying? You already saw the Maelstrom Pulse. I'm curious what he's going to say. Liliana Dreadhorde General. How did you know that I had that? You have not seen a single copy of that so far. Yeah. And we're back. Okay. Animate, animate. No blocks. I'm not that stupid. Better Triumph, huh? What's in my yard there? Ooh, yeah, good choice. All right, Cauldron. Let's get the Deep-Cavern Bat back, sacrificing that. We gain a life from the opponent. Okay, what's in your hand there? Give me the Strategic Betrayal. Then we will attack for 1. Or 2, actually. End turn. Okay, animate. He is desperate to finish me off as quickly as possible. Okay. He's going to get in for 6, but he won't have enough to kill me. No blocks. Okay, Deathcap Glade. Let's see, what do we have down here? Requiting Hex and Badgermole. Yeah, not really anything worth. So we're going to attack like so. And let's see here. And yeah, we can do this now. So get the Badgermole back in favor of the Deep-Cavern Bat and get that last point of life off of him. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 3 lands, both of our colors. Deep-Cavern Bat, Blech, Professor Dellian Fel, and Badgermole Cub. I think I'll keep it. Okay, and Llanowar Elf to start us off. I'll go with the Restless Cottage. Fenrir, huh? Okay. It's interesting. I'm seeing a lot more Fenrir lately. All right, let's go with the Forest. Deep-Cavern Bat. All right, what do you got in there? A Stock Up and Orboroid. Yeah, we're taking the Orboroid. We can't let that start getting out of control. A Leyline Weaver, huh? Okay. Cast Stock Up. No blocks. Come on now. All right, let's go Forest. Let's go with the Badgermole Cub to start us off. Restless Cottage. And then we'll play the Virulent Emissary. No attacks. That Leyline Weaver is holding us off for a turn. Fenrir, huh? Okay. Got yourself another one. And a Boroid. All right. Well, that's got to go real fast. Oh, perfect. Let's see. Overgrown Tomb, pay 2 life to get into play. We'll go Dellian Fel. Destroy target creature. Boom. And no attacks. We're going to just chill right here. Boomerang basics, huh? Okay. He wants to get his Orboroid out. And an elf. All right. They're coming with both of those. You should come in with the Leyline Weaver too, to guarantee that it dies. No attacks, huh? How interesting. All right, well, let's see here. Let's play the Forest. We will go ahead. Well, he has nothing in hand right now, so I don't need to cast the Deep-Cavern Bat at the moment. So let's go ahead and Maelstrom Pulse, the Orboroid. And then I'm going to cast Blech. Gain a life, +1 on Blech. Going to gain 3 life, +1 on Blech again. And no attacks, just chilling. All right, Fenrir is gone. And that leaves you with the Leyline Weaver. And a 3rd Fenrir, look at that. That is insane. Gene Pollinator. Okay. Well, it's good to see that you're not playing any removal. Ooh, nice. Let's see. It's mana value 2 or less, right? So I can get rid of that Weaver. Okay. And I'm just going to cast the bat now. Bat's going to get bigger and gain 3 life again. Boom, boom, boom. Play the cottage. And I'm not going to attack with Blech just yet. Simply because he can actually kill Blech. Oh, he's going to bounce the Blech. Coming all at me, huh? Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's go ahead and block this right here. And that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll take 10. Gain 3 life back. Cool. What's my graveyard over there? I don't have any creatures down there. So let's go Blech. Gain some life. Gain some more life. Get a bigger Deep-Cavern Bat. Play Moseo the Dean's Vein. Gain more life. Get a bigger bat. Gain more life. Attack with Bat and Badgermole. Put you to 11. +1. Too bad I don't have any creatures in my graveyard. That'd be nice. Yeah, we got this. Good game. This is a pretty fun deck, not gonna lie. Okay, I get to go first. We got 3 lands, both of our colors. That's awesome. We have a Badgermole, Professor, Cauldron, Blech. It's a pretty decent hand. I'll keep it. Let's see about our opponent, though. Anytime now, friend. Are we taking a mulligan? So the ladder just reset. So we're back down in gold. And an unfortunate matter is when you're down in these lower ranks, people tend to take a much longer on their turns. Pulse tracker. Okay. Whenever this creature attacks, each one loses 1 life. All right. Blooming Marsh. Badgermole. Let's get the Blooming Marsh. Badgermole Cub is way too good. It does so much for only 2 mana. Okay, second swamp. Very pretty swamp, by the way. Okay. Anytime now. Scorpion Sting. Okay, that's gone. Yep, lose 1 life. Lose 2 life. All right, get the Deathcap Glade out there. I'm going to play Blech. Interesting. Scorpion Sting is just Last Gasp with a different name. Ooh, Gatekeeper Malakir. Nice. Yeah, I'll sacrifice the land. So this might be a Vampire Tribal deck. Okay, they chose not to attack, which is fantastic for me. Let's go Professor. And we'll destroy that. No attacks. I'm just going to chill right here. I really like Professor Dellian Fel. That is a really good planeswalker. Okay, a second pulse tracker. Interesting. You have anything else? Maybe something to destroy Dellian? Ah, Bitter Triumph. Perfect. Ooh. And toss the blood gas for that. I like it. You can attack if you want to. I don't recommend it, but you can. Okay, that would be really funny. But no, I'm gonna play the Cauldron of Essence first. That would be really funny. No attacks. Got a Badgermole down there. That's good. Ooh, Vampire Nighthawk. Okay, we're gonna do something really nasty here. So we're going to go. Oh no, we can't do both. That sucks. We can do one though. So tell you what. For now, we're gonna go Professor, and then we'll just destroy the Vampire Nighthawk.
Be gone from my presence.
Another one. Okay. Maybe I should have saved that for my Maelstrom. But I didn't know he was going to play another one. All right. Let's go. Let's see here. Let's go Virulent Emissary. And then I'm going to get the Badgermole back, sacrificing the Virulent Emissary to do so. That comes back. We're going to get the Restless Cottage out. And then we're going to go gain 3 life. So they can't just outright kill my my Dellian next turn. No attacks. Okay, landfall, nice. Can't attack this turn though. Ooh, Bloodletter, nice. You want to go after the prof? Oh no, he wants to go after me. Okay. All right, let's see here. So let's go with -3 to destroy that. And then we're gonna go Pulse, destroy that. And then Badgermole for the Blooming Marsh. Then we're gonna Cauldron of Essence, get the Virulent Emissary back, sacrificing the Blooming Marsh. He's like, no more, no more. I'm done. This game is stupid. I'm out. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 4 lands, a bat, a professor, and a Badgermole. We'll keep it. Okay, opponent took a mulligan into a blood crypt. Mud Button Curse Saucer. Great name for a card. It's so cool. All right, Blooming Marsh. Bogart Curse Crypt. This is a full-on goblin stack. How you like that? All right, Blooming Marsh number 2. Play bat. Desperate Measures, Grub, or Corrupted Conviction. Oh wow, so it really doesn't matter. So yeah, Desperate Measures. He's just gonna use the other one to kill it though. Didn't think I would block, did you? All right, let's go here and go Badgermole. Okay, Badgermole comes in, gives me a Blooming Marsh. Okay, smart move, because I was about to use it too. Swing. Smack him. Yep, taking 2. All right, let's go Swamp. Then we're going to go Badgermole. Animate the swamp. Professor Fel. -3.
Professor
Destroy that.
Dellian Fel. Thank you.
There you go.
You're dismissed.
I hope you drew some land off of that. Because you've been stuck on 2 land this entire game. Grub. Okay. All right, let's go here. We're gonna go. Actually, let's go +1. Gain some life. And let's go bat.
Never take growth for granted.
What do you got there? Boggart Mischief, Corrupted Conviction, Stadium Headliner, or Boggart Curse Crafter. Let's take the Boggart actually. Let's see here. And I'll use that 3 life to just destroy that right now. Just keep them off their creatures. Attack or 2. Stadium Headliner does not have haste, but it can throw itself right now. Restless Cottage. Okay. Let's draw a card and lose a life. That's a good one.
Something useful.
Block? Okay. Throw it there? Okay. Ooh, didn't do any damage. Why did it not do damage? Sacrifice deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Yeah, it sacrificed it, and then the number of creatures he had was 0. That sucks. Maester of Wares. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals X cards from their hand, where X is the number of goblins you control. You choose one of those cards, that player exiles it. If an instant or sorcery card is exiled this way, you may cast it. Okay, so let that come in. Ability goes in the stack. Pay 3 life. Destroy. Yep. Resolve. You get to draw 2 cards. And do nothing else because your turn is over. Alright, Deathcap Glade. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Ah, there we go. Blech, finally. Gain life. Impact Tremors. That's a little late. That would have been great to have on turn 2, though. Alright, let's go. Gain 3 life. Then, let's go here. Animate the Restless Cottage. Next, attack, attack. Exile the Stadium Headliner. Alright, opponent is at 2. Play the forest. End turn. Probably should have just attacked with everything, but don't need to worry about that now. I highly doubt he has a way out of this. Grub's command. Create a token that's a target of, or that's a copy of target goblin you control and destroy target artifact or creature. Okay, you got it. I take 1 from the impact tremors. All right, my turn. Ah, there you are. Cauldron of Essence. Activate. Get the bat back. Sacrifice a swamp to do so. Swamp comes back. I drain you for 1. Bat comes in. Take the Boggart Mischief. Then we're going to sacrifice the food and take your last point of health. Oh, it doesn't work like that. I should have used this part first. No bother. Oh shoot, I can't actually swing in for lethal just yet. Okay, no attacks. Instead, we will draw a card to lose a life. Oh, there we go.
Assignment is due.
I forgot that this doesn't work unless a creature I control dies. Ow. Wow, that's a lot of curse crafters you have there. Oh, here we go. This will win. Both players sacrifice 2 creatures. Yeah, that'll do it. GG. Okay, and we are back with the post-game wrap-up. And for what this deck is, it's actually pretty sweet. It's not like a hyper-powerful deck. It does kind of like sit kind of like middle of the road. But for like those really long, like attrition-based games, this deck is pretty sweet. It's got a lot of interesting lines. One of my favorite things about this is the fact that it kind of plays Super Friends a little bit with Dellian Fel and Liliana. Both of these Planeswalkers are incredibly strong for what they do, and they both play very well into this deck's game plan, especially with Professor Dellian Fel giving us the +2 gain 3 life. That pairs so well with Blech and Deep-Cavern Bat that you can kind of just ride that to the end of the game. But my favorite thing to do with this deck is just grinding people out with Cauldron of Essence. It's slow, yes, but it is so satisfying when it goes off, especially when you can activate the Cauldron, sacrifice an earth-bended land, and then get back like another Badgermole or like a Deep-Cavern Bat and just run the cycle over and over. It's very, very satisfying. As far as like weak cards versus strong cards, I would say some of like the weaker cards are probably Strategic Betrayal, because it doesn't really go very well against token decks, but you do kind of want it main because of all of the graveyard-centric decks that are in standard right now. It's like the Cavero, the Mindbitten / Superior Spider-Man decks are very prevalent right now, so this is a pretty good card to have on hand. Could be a sideboard card, but I kind of like having it main board. And also this kind of hits the Is It decks, because they want like Lessons in the graveyard, they want Instants and Sorcerers in the graveyard for flow state, things like that. So there are a lot of decks that rely on the graveyard quite a bit, including this one. Like this deck we're playing right here is a graveyard play deck. So a card like Strategic Betrayal, while not the strongest card around, is still pretty good for nuking people's graveyards. Aside from that, Maelstrom Pulse is a little bit weak too, simply because it's sorcery speed and it's 3 mana instead of 2 mana. But if you don't like Maelstrom Pulse, you could play something like, was it? I think it's a Assassin's Trophy. It's only a black and a green, destroys any permanent, but your opponent gets to put a basic land from their deck into play. So there's a bit of a trade-off there. And the thing with Maelstrom Pulse is it can nuke multiple targets that have the same name. So I kind of like that for this deck, simply because it can hit multiples, and it can hit anything. Anything that's not a land can get nuked by Maelstrom Pulse. So it's a pretty good thing to have in here as a catch-all. Aside from that, the deck runs pretty lean. I mean, I really like all the cards that I'm running in here. Requiting Hex for the early game threats, Bitter Triumph for like opposing planeswalkers and really big creatures. The Bat is always good. I'm never upset to see a Bat come into play, especially because the Bat gets grown by Blech. So it's a really, really strong 1-2 punch right there. I really like that this deck can utilize Blech without having to like lean super hard into the Pest's mechanic. You can just run it alongside Deep-Cavern Bat and Moseo Vane's Nudine and just do really well on its own. It's like you don't have to go super hard into the plan. You can just play a generally good deck with generally good cards and win games. So If you want to try this deck yourself, I will leave a deck list in the description box down below, so you can give it a shot, maybe iterate on it further yourself, make it even better than I did. So until next time, take care of yourselves.